Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
I have the male hatchling Taipan that was hatched around the 4th of July. 4th of July seems to be a very common date for things to give birth here for whatever reason. We made special precautions because this little male Taipan is just a force to be reckoned with. He has a hide.
That's where he is right now. I can see his little snout.
Okay. He's his hide here in the hot spot. He's got a trap box back there, which he does frequent. But right now I see poop in there. I think he's just using it as a toilet. Now, this is, you know, one of the shortcomings of the vision cages is that they have a molding lip under here where a snake can hide. Certainly snakes go up there, including him. Mrs. Viperkeeper had spotted him up there. He happens to be in the hide. But snakes are absolute escape artists. So I've stuffed this foam in between the spaces. I mean, you know, here if you look at Miss Colette's cage, I mean, that is a 5mm space between the glass. That is more than enough for a snake to escape from, if it's a small snake. We use the sticks just to prevent the glass from chattering, which is annoying to me and I imagine the snakes. So this is not terribly convenient. However, knowing how easy they are to escape. I know I see you, you little bitey thing, you. Just knowing how they have this ability to escape, and his parents are less dangerous than he is. I'll put it to that way. His parents are big. They're used to me. They absolutely have no fear of me. He is absolutely frightened to death of me. Subsequently, he's really, really dangerous. We were hoping he would come out for some photographic reasons, but you know, I am just not going to provoke him. I don't know if enticing him with something to eat will get him out, at least immediately. Probably not at this point. We'll give him 2 nice little morsels there. This one I'm planning on holding on to. I do have another female hatchling that I will I'll feed here in a moment, but this guy, the reason why I'm keeping him, the only reason is he is the most beautiful young Taipan I've ever seen from Papua New Guinea.
Oh, you're going to tempt it, aren't you? You're going to tempt fate here.
Well, yeah, I mean, hi dude, what are you doing? He is just stunning. He is just absolutely willing to bite with no provocation at all. I mean, I'm surprised he's sitting there. He is warp drive capable. He absolutely, he'll go from the back of the cage to bouncing off the glass faster than you can react. So yeah, he is something. He's very shy. Here. Come on. He's even frightened of moving food. Hey, when you see their mouth gape, you know that they're like, leave me alone, leave me alone. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Unfortunately, no photos of him, but if you press him too far and you get bit, that's a very, very bad situation. Although it is in your favor that he's small and his venom quantity is much less than one of the adults, still you will be in serious doo-doo.
The other door just opened.
Yes, this is a problem when you have things that cause the doors to lock up. I'll make sure that that's firmly in place, and then
Now he's there coming forward. I can see the tongue flicking, so he knows there's food.
yeah, he's a very shy guy, so he'll eventually grow out of this and get used to me, or at least less frightened of me. But for now, this is the way it works. If we can catch him out, and we'll do some video. Other than that, this is all you'll get to see of him for right now. Now this is the female. The female, I'm planning on sending her somewhere, so I didn't want to give her permanent quarters. So what we did is we got these really nice iris boxes that are weather tight. I mean, go ahead. I mean, these people make nice stuff. Why not show it? It has a rubber seal under the lip and clip locks. And what I did is I have a special drill which makes these very lovely, beautiful holes. And Lori and I did a few. This is the little beast, and the other cage is spare. But since right now there's no heat in these cages, although I was thinking about drilling and putting a hole for a heat rock, and yes, I use heat rocks. I've been using heat rocks since the 1970s. See, I keep smart snakes and not dumb snakes that burn themselves to death with them. So I've never had a snake since 1970s get injured with a heat rock. So, you know, it's just you're keeping stupid snakes. Okay, so anyway, I was going to drill a hole just big enough for the wire to go through and put a heat rock in them. But these things really clutter up the floor. These are very good for transporting or temporary storage of an animal while you clean their cage. Any rate, she's inhabiting this enclosure, so you will carefully open this. Now, Lori just said to me, can she fly out of this? Well, yes. I mean, since the very beginning she could fly out of this. This is why we don't annoy her like we don't annoy any of the Taipans, because they're just impossible. So I think there's a little bit of shed here. I think I will glove up, and we will change our water while we're in there. but we'll lift the lid and see if she's okay. Up there she is. Hi. Hi.
No sudden movements.
Now, you know, I wear these gloves. They certainly will protect my fingers, but these gloves, you absolutely have no dexterity, and those snakes will actually work their way through. Now, since she's female, she's a lot more interested in food than males. See what I mean? Oh, he brought me something to eat. See, the male is only interested in doing combat. The female's like, woo, food. I mean, she's a beautiful baby Taipan too, but she is not like the male in his coloration is amazing. You know, she's an average Taipan for beauty, a 5 on the scale of 0 to 10, 0 being butt ugly, 10 being unbelievable. He's a 10, no question about it.
Smoking hot.
Yes, in more ways than one.
Yes.
Would you like to go backwards a bit so we can see you eat that? Or are you going to be one just does not poke a Taipan? I'll take this for a second.
Yeah, she's already starting
To freak out?
to.
Yeah. See, it doesn't take much. Oh, you're an ass eater, huh? See, now, this snake, I will not do Taipan cam, even though she's got something in her mouth, because she can go over this camera and tap my hand before I can react. I mean, I'll do it with other really hot elapids. Taipans, no, sorry, just not going there. You know, everything I do is a calculated risk from experience. We look at risk benefit. The benefit is that I get some amazing video or pictures for everybody. But if the risk is too high, well, too bad. I'm not doing any of that. Now the fact that she's got her mouth full, I'll get a little closer. And thank you, sweetheart, for taking care of that water dish so we can put that back in there as soon as her gullet is full. You might want to put a little water in it. I think we're out. Now these are lethally hot snakes. My friend David Williams in Papua New Guinea has said some very profound things about these snakes. One, Taipans don't start fights, they end them. And two, out of treating over 1,000 bites, he's only come across one dry bite. So every Taipan bite is essentially a wet bite.
No nonsense snakes.
Yep. So she retreated into her hut, so we're going to let it be the way that is. He's still not done anything, so we'll end the video here. Now here's the dangerous little turd. He ate, and now is all cranky. Aren't you? Huh? You're a very cranky boy. I really ought to put this camera on a selfie stick. I just might do that. Okay, this is a little safer here because I've got several inches between the little toad and myself. Hi, Elvis. Elvis has stuck up behind me. But as you can see, he really is not terribly interested in me. Now that is one gorgeous Taipan. Up close and personal. Sorry it's a little wobbly, but sometimes you need to use these other tools to ensure a little bit of a safer distance between you and the critter. Well, now he's decided to be very aggro. Yeah, that's a very, very angry little critter. Huh? I know, I see you, I see you. Okay, okay. Alright, look, I'm gonna leave you alone. I don't want you regurgitating. You're all upset for no reason at all. All I did was walk by the cage door, and all of a sudden you were pasting yourself on the glass. I know, I'm big and bad, but I really respect you because even at that size, oh, that would be not something to get bit by. But isn't he beautiful? Look at that head. That head is just gorgeous. Unfortunately, folks, we're filming through the glass. I have enough problems with Elvis being out and about. I don't need him and this really toxic noodle here.